Yo, what's good? Good day, believers gang. Good day. You're welcome. In case this is your first time coming across my page, this is Ghana Joshua Adalami, the analyst. So today is on this session, as usual, is a pre-market analysis video where we try to build our trade ideas from scratch and build our directional bias for the week from here on. So sit tight even as we go. So as you know, for those of you just coming, just in case, we trade commodities and stocks basically here. But then the method we use applies to across all markets. You could use it at will, however it suits you. So the aim I'm doing this is to help someone out there to be able to build their trade ideas from scratch by themselves, and in case you're not a beginner, you're a someone who is already familiar with the market and you trade these assets, it's going to help you to add to whatever analysis you got to be able to have idea overall what we're going to be looking out for as the week goes on. With that being said, let's head on straight to the chart. So first off, we're going to be looking at DXY. As you all know, for those of you that have been following my pre-market videos, why we look at DXY is because most of the pairs we trade has to do with US dollar. So it's only right if we check and know what's happening with the US dollar so as to guide us to know what we're going to be looking out for on all these USD related pairs that we trade in, like gold, like silver, like oil, like the S&P 500, NAS 100, UK 100 too. So first off, we could see that price is at a level of resistance. So we're just gonna check out the psychological level for it, and we could see that price is as 100, 500 level around that zone. It just broke this level of resistance last week. But then where's price currently? Price is currently around 101.500. Let's see. So let's see 101. 101. This is where price is right now. So these are the three levels we're looking at. So we'll start from weekly time frame as usual. So price is at a level of resistance, obviously, as we can see right now. But then what's gonna happen? Is price gonna push through this level of resistance? We don't know yet. But then starting off without even looking at anything, just seeing this candle close from the daily, I could see bearish signal that the week is going to start bearish for the DXY. So even though it's going to continue to the upside, maybe, retest this level or this level and continue to the upside. But then market open, we're expecting push to the downside, some bearish momentum to the downside on what we are seeing on our daily time frame on DXY. So with that being said, it's a question of if it's going to come and test this support level here, and continue to the upside, or maybe this support level. That's if the bearish momentum is that strong, it could come to this level. So just be on the lookout. It depends on how price reacts at these levels. That's going to give us that guide. In case you want to follow my trade real time, you can come to my Telegram channel where I drop my trade ideas and as they go on, as the week goes on. So if how I share and build my ideas makes sense to you, let's connect. So moving on, we're going to be looking at oil. So for oil right now, oil has been bearish, and the reason for that is since the Strait of Hormuz and the Strait of Hormuz has been open last I checked, because US and Iran are coming to some sort of agreement from last week. So that has been one of the drivers why the price and demand for oil has been low. But currently, we could see that price is at a level of support right now. We could see that price is at a level of support right now on US oil. Another level of support we could see here is this level. So it's either of the two, either this level or this level, which is around 66, where price is coming from. Price has the tendency to bounce from this level, maybe. We don't know, only one way to find out. And another level of support we are seeing here is this level, this support level. So, but for the time being, price is bearish. So, what we could see happening likely on oil is some retracement to this level of support that has turned resistance. Support was broken, it's now a resistance. So, hopefully, some retracement to this downside and continuation to either this level. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing on oil. So if we go to our 4 hour time frame, um, this is a level. Um, this whole level is resistance. This whole level is resistance. So watch out. Let's see how price reacts from that level. But then this support we identified, we don't know how strong it is. So that's that for US oil and what we're going to be looking at for on that. Moving on, we got gold. So just the same way, we're gonna be looking at it from weekly time frame. So last week we could see last week was bearish, previous week. So for like 3 weeks we've been bearish. The bears have been in control on gold. So what I could see right here is this resistance here, and then what I'm seeing is there's liquidity that hasn't been tapped here on oil. There's liquidity that hasn't been tapped here. So if I sum it up, I'm going to see the level of support that is looking credible right now is 3,800. So I'm seeing price coming to around level of 3,800. Why? Because of this liquidity that price is coming to tap. It has tapped its liquidity. Mind you, we are on the weekly time frame. So let me change the colors wherever you see red. That's liquidity. So in case you're a newbie, in case maybe you've been trading, you've been hearing the word liquidity, you're wondering what liquidity is. Liquidity is just simply where, like, when people buy or sell, where people most percent of people put their stop losses is where liquidity is, and that's the fuel that moves market. So then what happens most time is price comes to tap level of liquidities to continue to wherever direction is going on. So you could see here, like, there's a whole lot of like people that has their stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses here. It has even tapped this first batch. We got another batch that hasn't been tapped yet. We got another batch that hasn't been tapped yet. And gold likes doing that so very often. And then if we still look at daily, we could see like the price action here is indicating very strong bearish momentum still to the downside. So we're going to be looking out for retracement to continue with the bears to the downside up until this level or lower. So that's what I see on gold happening. The bears are still in control. So how it will happen, we don't know. So this low is a vulnerable low. Don't depend on it to say you're gonna be putting your stop loss, because most likely than not, there's money here and it's gonna be tapped. So watch out and watch with caution. Yeah. So price closed last week at 4,155, and then uh let's see how it goes. Maybe market open is gonna continue bearish, we don't know, but then there's a whole lot of money that gold would want to tap before it reverses reasonably to the upside. So for silver, similar thing, movements with gold. So this is the level of support we're hoping that maybe price could the support level starts from here, mind you. Support zone starts from around the price level of 56.6, below 60 for silver. So yeah, watch out for that. It moves similar way with gold. If we go to S&P 500 for stocks without even having to do anything of recent, stocks have been making new all-time highs, and the reason for this is because of the thing happening with AI and the companies involved with AI. There's a whole lot of demand for that, and recently we just been seeing new all-time high. So for the past weeks, price has been cooling off for S&P 500 from below 7,600. But then what are we going to be looking out for this new market open? So I could see this level of support as a potential zone for price to come retest and continue to the upside. Anywhere you see blue is support, anywhere you see red, resistance. So basically that's what we do, support and resistance. So if I drill down, go for our, I will see this level of support here. So I'm going to be looking at for price to retrace from where it is, take out this low or come to this low and continue to the upside. That's what I see on S&P 500 happening, which leaves us 7,350 level for S&P, yeah, psychological level of 7,350, yeah, 7,350. So that's what I see on S&P. NAS 100 moves similar way with S&P to Nasdaq has been bullish, has been on all-time highs, new all-time highs on all-time highs. So this was a resistance, but now it's acting as a support. This is another level of support too from the daily. And then if we look at it from weekly, look at what's happening. So this guy liquidity was tapped here from last week on this level. And then if we go for our um, it's looking like this level of support has already started acting and moving to the upside, but then I'll be more comfortable to buy at this level and continue to the upside after this low has been taken out for the Nasdaq, because there's a whole lot of money here, and before price moves it has to tap money. Always know that. So that leaves us at the price level of around 28,000 level, 28,000 zone to 28,500 level, 28,500. Yeah, that zone. So we got 28,000, 29,000. So that's what I see on Nasdaq too. So for UK 100 straight up without even looking, let's see, check it out from weekly. Weekly, what's happening right here? So weekly perspective is a, let's see, this guy, what's happening right here? Oh god, this until price breaks this level is still bullish, but then there is still sell opportunity even within the, it's still, so just know anywhere you see me do here is potential liquidity, and price come and tap, it's money. Money is sitting right here. So also that's what we do. We just identify where the money is and position to continue with them. So um, yeah, coming to the 4 hour time frame, this is the support zone. So is price gonna break it or not? But then us we're gonna be positioning for our buys when this guy or this guy just taken out. So market open, if you wanna come with the BS, If you can be patient to position for the buys, what I'm seeing here, except otherwise, continue to the downside. On UK 100, if we come to 1 hour, yeah, prices at this level. So that's what I see on UK 100. Simply put, yeah. So even though overall, as we could see from the weekly time frame, that like so long price is around this zone is bullish until price like breaks this guy, because if you look at this candle close from weekly, it's a bullish engulfing candle. But then let's see how things turn out. So we've got the new kid in town. Let me give you updates on how performance has been, which is the SpaceX stock. Elon Musk, what made Elon Musk a trillionaire? So from last week, price was riding around this level, but then look at what happened this previous week that just passed. I think from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it didn't even trade on Friday. So that's a new thing. It didn't trade on Friday, it traded Monday to Thursday, and it's been bullish. So the reason for this bearish move obviously is profit taking. Investors that were buying at around $150 a share, price reached to the highs of $225 a share, close around $215 a share, and I guess people started taking profits, and that's why we see this push to the downside. So market open, what's gonna happen? We don't know yet, but then look at what we're seeing. This is a level of resistance, mind you. It was a support, but now it's resistance. Where I think it was a support, but now the profit taking was crazy. So does this mean price is gonna continue? We don't know until we see how market reacts. So that's what the outlook is overall for this week. What we're going to be looking at for just a recap. Yeah, UK 100 is sitting at a level of support right now, so be careful. This is just a but it's sitting at a level of support. UK 100, but then it's still bullish so long as price is in this level, just like we established. For the UK 100, every stock, S&P and Nasdaq, we are bullish on it. So any bearish momentum we see is the opportunity for us to position for the buys, position to position for the buys on S&P. I'm not going to be taking any sell opportunity on S&P and Nasdaq. So for silver, we established that it moves similar like gold. So all you need to do just focus on gold, what's happening right there. So gold, from the way it closed last week, there's still potential to the is bearish. So maybe there might be some, push to the upside for a retest, but then overall, still bearish on uh, gold, right? So who knows? Maybe it's coming to um, if it starts bullish because of the weak US dollar we've seen on DXY, then as it, then on oil, some retracements. Look how we're looking at on oil retracement and continuation to the downside. For the DXY market open, but with the way USD has been gaining strength of recent, maybe price might not get to this level. Highest this level or this level, we don't know yet until market opens. So question is, how is 101 gonna be holding? So I hope you found one or two value watching this and it was worth your time. My time is up. Let's connect. If you want more of this, check me out on all socials. For now, peace out. Remain blessed. Have a productive week ahead.